Welcome to NYIT Roundtable. I'm Tania Carvahlo. Next month marks the 9th year anniversary of September 11th, a day that changed the lives of so many people. And for one local artist, she decided to use her talent to create a 9/11 memorial in honor of those victims. With us on NYIT Roundtable today, we have Doreen Lynn Saunders, creator of the Americana Stars Memorial. Doreen, thank you so much for being here with us today.
It's a pleasure.
Great. So take us back a couple of years when you first had the idea to start up this memorial. Where did you get the idea from?
Well, when 9/11 happened, fortunately I did not lose anyone, but it was quite devastating for me as being always feeling very as a patriotic American. So I decided to create an American flag. And what I came up with, I wanted to do something unique that was my look, is this. All the stars are different, which go to how all the different cultures were affected, and yet every star is the same shape because we all are human beings starting from the same place.
So it all started with this one flag.
Yes, it did.
So how did that lead you to creating this memorial?
Well, I had such a wonderful response to the flag, and the Smithsonian contacted me and they requested it for the National American History Museum. So that was very flattering. That was really very nice. And I decided there was someplace more to go. This really helped me, and I felt that there was something more I could do to help others in how they felt. So I took this area of the flag and expanded it to create the Americana Stars Memorial.
And what are we looking at there? That's the first panel?
Yes, this is a graphic representation of the first panel. There are 50 panels. Each panel is 2.5 by 4 feet in size. And on each panel will be, on all those panels will be over 3,000 stars. Every one of them will be different, one for each victim.
Very big.
Yes, it is. It's taken a very long time. It's been 8 years already, but a pure joy.
Wow. So where do you stand right now with this memorial?
Well, about 3,000 stars are completed. We're going to be working on the firemen, police, and Port Authority police stars.
So how many more stars do you have to go? You've completed
about 500. About 500 more stars.
And when do you expect to complete the memorial by?
Well, I'm hoping to. That's a tricky subject, but I'm hoping to complete it.
Can't really put a time on it.
It's very hard to put a time because I desperately need funding. The project is sponsored through a nonprofit arts organization called Fractured Atlas, located here in New York City. And they represent artists in visual, photography, dance, film. And mine is visual art, and mine is sponsored, so donations are all tax deductible, which is wonderful.
So ideally, if you do get the funding that you need, when do you expect to complete the project by?
I have a major museum in New York City that would love to, they've expressed interest in displaying it and protecting it for future generations, as well as loaning it out to other museums around the country if they would like, if other museums would like.
And what do you hope people get out of this memorial? I mean, you've spent so much time working on it, 8 years.
What I really want to do is, what I'm really doing here is creating a constellation of stars here on Earth. In very much in the way that the Founding Fathers, when they created the American flag, that blue section that most people don't know what it's for, the blue is the night sky, and the stars were in a ring because they were literally creating a constellation. Our country, there was nothing like it ever. There wasn't anything like it that existed on Earth at that time. And so they were literally creating a new constellation on Earth and in the heavens. And that is what I am looking to do with the Americana Stars Memorial, so that people can be remembered, but they don't have to be sad. They can go, they know it's for 9/11, children can enjoy it without feeling sad, adults don't have to feel sad, they see the names, but they see all the stars. And stars are very much a feeling of positive energy and just very hopeful. I'm sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was just going to ask you, how is your memorial different from all the others out there? Because there are several, you know, in tribute to 9/11.
Well, a lot of the memorials that I saw are concrete with names etched in, or granite, or steel, or black and white photography. And I wanted something that was more colorful and hopeful and uplifting, so that you could look at the memorial and not be sad, and children and adults could enjoy it together, not just a memorial for one area of people, and another memorial for another. I wanted something that adults and children could enjoy together.
Now, I heard that you are currently working on the very first panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of 50.
Yes.
You have a lot of work ahead of you, but you know, I know you've spent 8 years working on this memorial.
Mm-hmm.
How much time does it take you per day, you know, especially when you were working on the stars?
Well, the stars take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours each. And there was a story written about me in 2005 in a Stitcher's World magazine. They've since renamed the magazine. But I got a lot of contact from Stitchers around the country who wanted to help me with the stars. So what I would do is create a star design. Then I would send out this little graph, which showed them what I needed them to do on these little cards that were created. All of the fabric, all of the embroidery floss, and even my lighted magnifier that I used to see it, all has been donated by companies in the United States, and all the materials are made in the United States. The embroidery floss is Southern cotton.
So other stitchers, no matter where they are, they can contribute to this memorial.
Right. I do have my group of stitchers already, so I don't need any more stitchers, unfortunately, but I really want people to see, would like people to really enjoy what went into it. So basically I have a card, and then I stitch the first color. Every star is 3 colors. And then the second color comes in. And then the third color defines it, and you have a completed star.
And there you go.
There you go.
That's simple. So where do you stand right now with this memorial? I know that you're currently, you know, how does the whole process work? The stars are done. You have part of the first panel completed. Where does it go from there?
Well, I very much need space. I live in a studio apartment, and while I've been able to do all the stars, they are sitting in all my little drawers around my apartment. But I cannot do something this big, these panels that are this big in that small space. So I desperately need help in funding, which is, as I said, is tax deductible.
Right, which
on
is
the
a great
website.
incentive.
That's right.
Really.
I have 4 different ways that people can contribute, anywhere from $5 to all the way up to sponsoring a star for a loved one or a friend.
Okay, so it really does come down to the finances in order to complete this project.
Unfortunately, it does.
Well, Doreen, I have to thank you for your time. That's it for NYIT Roundtable. I'm your host, Tania Carvahlo, and I want to thank Doreen again for sharing her story. If you want more information about the memorial, just visit www.americanastars.org. We'll see you again next time.